Would somebody please tell the ladies of Real Housewives of Atlanta that a facial ain't gonna do anything unless you got on a mask with it? Please. Y'all already know what time it is. I got the black V-neck on. Real Housewives, hey, what's going on? Real Housewives of Atlanta season 13 episode. I don't know. I think this is episode 4 if I'm not mistaken. Girl, what's going on? Happy New Year. I hope y'all enjoyed yourselves. I'm kind of recovering, but I'm on vacation. I told y'all, I said, girl, y'all probably gonna only get a Real Housewives of Atlanta review from me, and that's it. However, I was in a very, very good mood, and I did a King of Reeds video that is exclusively on Patreon. Yes, all the things that y'all talked about. Y'all wanted me to have a conversation about, girl, some of y'all said Tiffany, New York, this situation, the baby, the Megan, the Stallion. I am currently on vacation right now. I actually deleted the social media apps Monday. I'm just taking me a little break for myself. But I did feel like, hey girl, let me go ahead and do a King of Reeds for my girls who brought me in 2021. Shout out to all the patrons, shout out to all the new patrons, and shout out to all of the old patrons coming from 2020 to 2021. I appreciate y'all supporting me. Not only are y'all supporting the content I create on Patreon, y'all also are supporting the content I create on King of Reeds, which I really, really appreciate because y'all really don't. But if you're interested in supporting, we have some tiers for you all. It's starting at $3. So go ahead and sign up if you're interested and get access to the exclusive content, or just support the King of Reeds brand, which I appreciate. So we got to talk about Real Housewives of Atlanta, girl. We got to talk about it. There's a lot going on. I am tired of hearing the ladies talk about gaining weight. It's a little bit triggering for me. It's a little bit triggering. Like, it's just like this constant, I don't like fatness thing, which I actually will be talking about. I'm doing an interview with somebody talking about fat phobia on Patreon sometime this month. But the constant, I lost some weight, I need to lose some weight. And it's just like, our bodies, someone said it on Twitter, our bodies bend, our bodies stretch, our bodies gain weight, they lose weight. Love your body. Your body is reacting like to what is going on. We're in the middle of a pandemic. All of us are staying at home and, you know, doing what we got to do. So it's just like, girl, love on yourselves. But like, we out here dealing with the pandemic outside, and then we're out here fighting our bodies for how our bodies are reacting. And it's just like, it's too much to just hear them. But I understand how it is for women when we live in a world where they are told, you need to look like this. So I definitely understand it. Like, I definitely understand it. But I just want them to love on themselves. Like, I'm learning to love on my body too. It's a struggle. It's some work, and we will be talking about that more in 2021. I'm actually reading the book Fear in the Black Body. Baby, that book is a hitter, baby. Woo! I should have read this book last year, but baby, I've been on it. Like, it's been the gems. I see why Deshaun be on it. I see why I love it. So yes, yeah, we will be talking about that on Patreon. I can't wait. And that's why it's on YouTube. But girl, I'm doing an interview with somebody who's expertise on fat phobia. I cannot wait to interview her. So yeah, the yoga conversation, interesting, because Kenya is getting into Cynthia's ass. Kenya is basically saying like, you know, girl, you want to have this big wedding, and it's just like for the show, like Kenya is the fourth wall. Bop, let me in, let me hit her. Like, Kenya is just very much like calling a spade. Cynthia talking about, oh, well, when I got a divorce, it wasn't for Real Housewives of Atlanta. When I got married, it wasn't for Real Housewives of Atlanta. When I did all these things, it wasn't for Real Housewives of Atlanta. Yes, that's all true, and that may be. But that's what we roll these cameras so we can see, baby. Bars. Yeah. You didn't do all that for the cameras, but you made sure the camera crew and the producer was in every one of these scenes recording the stuff that you was going through. When you went to go talk to the divorce lawyer, you had a camera crew with you. When you did the wedding, which you couldn't pay for, you was crying. They recorded their scene and had producers there. When you did the wedding, like Cynthia, we know how this stuff works. Y'all have to have some kind, like the major events and stuff that y'all have, we have to see it play out on the camera. That's what makes y'all, you know, makes us watch y'all. We're not watching you eat grapes at home. We're not watching you walk around the house and do laundry and plan your day. We are watching these specific things in your life. So girl, you're not fooling anybody. So we know that you're doing it for 250 people and for the cameras and all the stuff for Real Housewives of Atlanta. Because let's be honest, Cynthia. Let's be honest, I love Cynthia. You're boring as hell. Like it's just, you not really, it's like, the people are bored with you. The girls keep saying, You can go and Kenya can go. We are bored. Cynthia, you've been on the chopping block for a minute, honestly. Like, so let's just stop it. Let's stop it. It's just like, sis. And like, honestly, Mike Will made it. I love Mike. I like Mike. He's actually the spice I'm looking for, because I love that he's able to, you know, have a conversation with you, critique you, challenge you in a respectful way that's not combative like how your previous husband was. So I like Mike. I think he's a good man, as I said before. As I told Lady Freeze when I pulled her plug, this is a Mike Will made it show. But yeah, so Kenya's being honest, and Cynthia just like, girl, I just want you to shut up and listen. Sometimes our friends do want us to just shut up and listen. Just shut up. Don't offer no criticism. Don't offer no response. Just shut up and listen. Sometimes I'm that person. Like, I don't want you to say nothing. I don't want to share this with y'all. I just want you to listen, and that's it. I don't want you to offer no commentary. I already know what your commentary is. I just want you to listen to me vent. And sometimes we have to name that what we are, like what we need right there in that moment. Because if you're looking for advice and your friend giving you advice you don't want to hear, you might want to just tell them to stop it. Or you might want to not ask them for no advice. Period. But I don't give unsolicited advice. I always wait for folks to tell me. You're like, hey girl, what you think? Okay, well this is how I think. But I don't give unsolicited advice unless they ask me. Sometimes I'll be telling them, I say, girl, I ain't finna be no listening ear. But Kenya was being honest with her. Well, I'm gonna call her Lauren. And Cynthia's sister is being honest with her too. Like, girl, you doing a lot. You doing a lot, Cynthia. You want this man to, you know, you can't tell him that you want to marry him on this day, and like basically if the event is not able to happen, you should have said, hell yeah, we gonna get married on 10/10/20, even if we can't have the event. But can you telling Cynthia that, like, girl, that's not what the truth is. And it's confusing. It's confusing to Mike Will made it. Because it is sounding as if Cynthia's just like, girl, the wedding is more important than the marriage is. That's how I'm receiving it. But, you know, if you were Cynthia, it is important because, girl, I need to be able to make my money from me being on this show. So, girl, I guess. So, Candy ends up having lunch with Kenya. I think they went to this restaurant I went to before. I don't even want to pronounce it, but I was trying to figure out what restaurant it was. I think I went to the grand opening last year before the pandemic, I think. And they food is good. If it's the same restaurant I'm talking about, that's over, I don't know what part of town it is, but she's cute. They talk. Kenya wants to kind of, you know, clean up the mess that she did with the whole ruin the surprise engagement thing. She wants to throw an engagement party or bridal, whatever the hell. I don't know what the hell it is. Bridesmaids. She want to do that for Cynthia, and she needs Candace's help sending the invites because don't nobody really mess with Kenya like that. Like they don't really mess with her like that. So they get into the conversation, and Candy, being shady as ever, starts talking about how broke Cynthia was trying to do her wedding a couple years ago. Like, baby, they were riding the camels and that stuff. Baby, Candy be honest. Candy, honestly, she be honest with the situation. She was like, girl, she was trying to do that wedding. Now she got the coin. She want to do it big and everything. This was with the man that she really needs to be with. She just wants to do it big. And she's like turning this man off. So, I don't know. If it was me, I would just say, hey, we're going to get married on 10/10/20. If they say we can't have the event, we're going to get married. I don't care. We're going to do it, whatever. But I would like to have some type of like a ceremony for friends and family. Cynthia can't do that. She's trying to do 250 people in the middle of a pandemic, and it's just weird watching it because we're seeing this variant that was found in the UK that is now in Georgia. That was found in an 18-year-old. That makes it like a mutated version of the virus that makes it more transmissible. Not more deadlier, but more transmissible. Like, makes it highly likely that you gonna catch it if you come in contact with it, which creates problems because we're seeing in LA where like the hospitals are so overrun, they're telling ambulances like, girl, if you don't think they're gonna make it, don't bring them in here and don't even offer them oxygen. So we see how it starts in one state and then it comes to us. We start to see how It happens in the state of Georgia, in Atlanta, how the hospitals are so full to capacity that people who be having other type of incidents can't get in treatment. And then when you're talking about, girl, I'm getting to a whole tangent. When you're talking about folks making a decision about who comes into the hospital, who you think gonna be the folks who they gonna turn away? It's gonna be black folks. It's gonna be fat folks. It's gonna be disabled folks, so on and so forth. So it's just kind of weird watching Cynthia talk about this in the middle of a pandemic and having a big event. It's just turning me off, and I really don't like it. They move into the conversation about Porsha, baby. Kenya could not wait to talk about Porsha, and you know she got arrested again. Has anyone talked to Porsha? Because I see she got arrested again. It just seems like she's always getting arrested. I told y'all in the previous video, I really don't mind the question about the motives of this, because you have to, when it comes to celebrity and activism, let me be honest and be clear. I saw some of the comments last time. I'm talking to folks that are on the ground who are about their action. Who are about their action so bad that I can't even talk about it on YouTube. So the folks who I'm talking to are not impressed by some of the stuff that be going on with these celebrity advocates. So when I'm seeing this stuff, I'm looking at it a different lens, because for me, it ain't about telling white folks, hey girl, no justice, no police. It's no justice, no police, and F, period. That's the type of mission that we on. So we ain't with that commercial shit that y'all be seeing. I'm not with that commercial shit. So I have no problem with folks critiquing the celebrity activism, because some of these activists do be getting book deals, do be getting speaking gigs and making money, while black folks out here getting killed. Like, look how many black activists have died in Ferguson a couple years ago, and it does kind of look kind of like, hey girl, you know, you might want to, what's the name? The folks say, well, the cameras are always da-da-da-da. Like, honestly, don't cameras even need to be on there, period, even if you're using phone cameras, because these folks are watching us. They are watching us. They know who are at these protests. They know who are at, keep these cameras off, because when they come back and rewind these tapes and they look at, they're gonna find out who these folks doing this point, and they coming and they taking these folks out. So that's what I'm talking about. I don't want to be in a march or anything and folks doing this. Keep my damn face out of that shit. It's already hyper surveillance already going on, and cameras and everywhere. Why would we want to be posting it all on social media for folks to see us? Why? So these folks can target us, so the FBI can be targeting us, and like, this is some real shit. Folks are losing their lives about it. Like, this is real. This ain't no joke. But as I reel myself back, Kenya's not doing this because she truly cares. She's doing it because she is irritated at the fact that Porsha is getting more camera time than her and more attention. That's just what it is. Like, Kenya, your whole marriage is not real. That man in another state with another damn woman, a whole nother family. Like, girl, all of y'all do the same shit. Like, so you all want to talk about somebody doing it for cameras and doing it for attention. And what's funny about all of this is watching Kenya be pressed about it and then mad that she didn't get no invite. You're not happy about her doing all of these things, so why the hell would you even go to a damn party which you don't support the mission or the person doing it? It makes, baby, it's called hate watching for me. Like, I just don't get it. So, girl, that doesn't make any sense. Ralph and Drew, girl, they therapy session, a hot, flaming mess, but I'm interested in watching it burn. Baby, y'all in these damn masks, baby girl, these masks, these lack of masks, these face shields are a waste of time, baby. The therapist was pissing me off so bad with her damn shield, like she driving a damn car. Like, I'm like, girl, if you don't pull that shit down, why is it looking like this? What is going on? Are you driving through the rain? Why you got your windshield? Like, are you trying to get air circulation? What is going on? It's confusing me. It's confusing me. The face shield does not do anything. If you don't have a mask on, keeping the particles from getting into your nose or your mouth, it doesn't matter. All it's doing is to cover heavy droplets. But all that face shield is doing for us is giving us some sense of security for the people who are watching back home. So we can feel like, okay, they're doing something. They might not be socially distant, but at least they got some level of protection on. And it's a bunch of bullshit. It's just a bunch of bullshit. So they out here talking to girl, because I done dragged this review gonna be long as hell. So they outside talking. Drew is talking about his experience and, you know, with his childhood, and he talking about that He feels like that his wife's mother is emasculating him. Can't nobody stop this bullshit. Can't nobody emasculate. Please stop. Please stop. Please stop. Like, ooh, I'm almost about to quote some real shit and talk about gender. And how black folks don't have no gender. Woo! That's a whole nother conversation, some stuff I'm reading about. But when you talk about anti-blackness, like, girl, it's a lot. It's been reading. Bitch been reading. If it's anything I've been doing, it's been reading the last couple of weeks. And like research and stuff. But that whole like emasculating me, it's just like, girl, if she don't go sit down, it doesn't make any sense. Ralph is giving me very much toxic masculinity. He very much supporting patriarchy. Like, he just does not want to, like, he's dealing with the trauma with his mother and moving out to his mama house and and he's just like, girl, like, you dealing with some own stuff. So when Drew brought that up, she's like, girl, if he can't get no healing, I don't know what to tell him. Like, if he can't get no healing to work on that, I don't know what to tell him. But Drew, I love how the therapist stopped Drew and said, hey, girl, he's here now. So we can't talk about the past. We got to talk about what's here. I'm here for the therapist. This was better than the other therapists y'all be having who be wasting folks' time, who be doing from Tamar to Porsha and Dennis. Girl, I don't get it, but girl, I hope the therapy work out because it's too much. Like, that man, he fine as hell, but it ain't worth it, girl. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. So Lauren is making the calls to invite everybody to Porsha's, activist TM party. I was not a fan of it. I was like, girl, whatever this was, I just think it was a reason for them to put together something so all the ladies can film. I think that's what it was, but I was not here for it. I will say when I saw the pictures, I was like, okay, baby Pilar looks just like Porsha when she was younger. When she was, her daddy had her. It was like, oh my gosh, she's so cute. So baby Pilar looked just like her. So Lauren making the calls, and you can catch some of the editing that's going on. Lauren is making the calls and inviting folks and and when she's talking to Cynthia, it does not seem like she really extended some type of invite to Kenya. I don't know. It just seemed like there was something going on with it. I don't know. It's a mess going on behind that. The way Cynthia was receiving it to Cynthia, and like when she called Kenya to invite her, it didn't seem like that she got a real invite, and it seemed Kenya was being shady in that moment too. She's like, why are we having a party for this? Like, let me go ahead and get somebody to throw me a party for all that. And I'm just like, girl, you did all that. It's good that your ass did not come. You already had a negative look. So I'm glad that you didn't come. It's best that you didn't because, girl, the energy was just not there. But when Candy got the call from Lauren, Candy was sitting next to Toya. Toya normally is hanging out with Kenya. Why would she not be right next to Kenya getting the invite? Okay, girl. Yeah, we see where this is going, child. Because how many times have we seen Kenya and Toya, like, friending it up? And how many times have we seen Candy and Toya turn it up? Girl, catch it. We get back to Drew and Ralph. And Ralph, unfortunately, has lost his father. His father has passed, and they got to go to the funeral and all that. And you can see in this moment that Ralph is, emotionally, like, he's ready. But he just don't want to let it go. He's just like, girl, just let it out. Sometimes it's best to cry, to just let it out, just to breathe. You're a man. Now, going back to the conversation where the things that they were asking for in the therapy session. Drew named that she wants her husband to love her son as much as he loves on and shows the affection, to the other kids, the biological children or whatever. Like, don't be trying to tell him to tough it up and all the other stuff. I don't want him to feel like his love is not different. I love that Drew did that. And I'm glad that she is checking her man, because I'm checking and I'm seeing this toxic masculinity. I'm seeing it, and it's just like, that can very much push a child away for him to be like, I can see it, because if he doing that, talking about masculinity and emasculated, I know that the same stuff that his mother was doing to him, he's right here turning around and doing it to this child. Girl, it's too much for me. And I appreciate them showing they love and they marriage in front of everybody, because, girl, it's a lot. But, girl, you see how your wife is here. Drew cares about her husband, but her husband need to get it together, because his booty ain't that damn big. Marlo, Porsha, and Tanya all meet up. They trying to distract, I think they were trying to distract Porsha and get her to go to the event. So they've been hanging out with her, and you know, Marlo talking to her, so what's going on, Porsha King? That has me screaming. Marlo is no longer Nene's friend, Kenya's friend. It's just Marlo Hampton. Yes, come on, Marlo, the graduated girl. Marlo look good. I love her braids. Marlo brought up a real moment and talked about, you know, she was getting an email about them children not doing their work and missing assignments. Let me tell you, I had to have a conversation with my mama like, Mama, you are not the only one like that's dealing with their child, you know, falling asleep on the Zoom calls and all that, and not turning it, like, it's a lot of kids that are going through, like, girl, to be sitting in front of a computer for 8 hours is a lie. It's a lie. So while Kenya is getting her makeup and everything, girl, Cynthia is making a call and saying, girl, Lauren told me to leave your ass there. Like, girl, Lauren said, girl, I don't want to share this with y'all. She's like, girl, I just want this moment to be about P. I don't know if Kenya is a safe option. And Kenya is pissed off. Kenya is pissed off, girl. She is angry. You can see it in her eyes. She angry. Come on, regret ain't got nothing on me. She wasn't that angry, but you can tell she irritated. She's like, girl, somebody paying for my hair and makeup. I know that. She just like, why would she resend the invite? She calls Candy, tells her about it. And Candy just like, even Candy had said while they were sitting down at the actual event that, girl, it's best that Kenya didn't come because look how she was talking. She was talking to me crazy about Porsha, then she was talking to you. It's just best that she didn't come. Kenya did this weird thing where she started to compare, well, how she sitting here throwing an event for this and talking about Black Lives Matter, and then she got, what the hell does your event, you not coming to the event has to do with Black Lives Matter? Kenya ass be reaching. She just upset, girl. I just can't. So Porsha ended up getting to her event. She cried. She's like, girl, why y'all doing all this for me? I'm asking the same thing too, girl. But I mean, it was cute for what it was. All the girls, you know, sit down. I screamed at Fallon, go ahead and go and do the vetting process for Fallon being on the next season of Real Housewives of Atlanta, because that girl is it. And keep Toya ass as a friend of the show so she can continue to be messy as hell. That's where it's at. Y'all can keep Toya on there, give us a little Bad Girls Club a little bit, but she ain't got no peach. Like, Toya is really the young crump version of Marlo. And I love it. Y'all want to call her Kenya? No, ma'am. Toya is very much Marlo. Like, girl, I don't need no peach. I'm gonna still keep it crunk because I'm myself and I got my own rules. Love it. She can be as ghetto and whatever. She can be herself. I love it. And she I'm like, let me take ghetto. She can be herself. Because when she said something to Fallon about how many kids you got? How old is your husband? Baby, she asked Fallon how old her husband was. And she said, girl, you look like you date somebody that got older. Older husband. With money. I screamed, loved it. Girl, I love that moment. That was funny as hell. Porsha thanks everybody for the event. Oh my God, I don't know, girl. She finds out about, you know, Kenya not coming, and she's just like, oh, okay, this is a cute gift. And in the confessional, Porsha is like, you know, I tried to be a friend with Kenya. They showed the tape, and then Porsha was just like, she did some stuff, and I was just like, girl, I'm okay with just being cordial. Like, we ain't got to do all of that. And I'm on Porsha's page with that. I'm on Porsha's page just like, girl, Kenya, we can just long handle spoon, but she ain't got to be here, da-da-da-da. And you can kind of tell, I would not be surprised if Porsha knew about the event and Porsha did tell Lauren, hey, girl, I don't think I want her. I think that's what happened. We'll never probably find out. Probably didn't happen, I don't know, but I would not be surprised because there is some stuff that goes on that we don't know about that happens behind the cameras and stuff, and that wouldn't be surprising to me if that had happened. Next episode going to be the engagement party, engagement whatever, and I don't know what else. Like, I don't know, girl. Next episode, like, it's gonna be kind of a little boring too. But this episode was alright. I liked it. It wasn't bad. But we're gonna see what it's giving. But you know, girl, tell me what y'all think about this episode of Real Housewives of Atlanta. Real Housewives, okay? I think that's about it. I did a long ass review, so I apologize for that. I know y'all be liking it sometimes be like, girl, this is too long. But tell me what y'all thought about this episode of Real Housewives of Atlanta. Tell me what y'all thought about my rant earlier, because I was going in giving y'all some slight politics like I can, like nobody else can. I love y'all. Until next time, I'll talk y'all later on tonight. Bye.